So,
Yeah, everyone's doing it. Jump on that wagon.
and you notice that I still call Ignition and Bovada, and I'm gonna do that forever.
Yeah, no, it's gonna take for. It's gonna be like 2 years. We're still gonna call it Bovada.
I don't think Ignition's like a good name for it in general. Like I just don't. It doesn't ring off the tongue.
But,
Oh my god! I just jammed Kings in my other tournament and got called by 5-9.
and 591.
No,
Oh.
they lost, but like I got called by 5-9. Absurd.
I'll never understand what people are thinking.
I mean, I was short, but like still, like I don't know.
5-9 is probably good.
Five.
Like,
I was ahead. I thought. I swear.
Dave, I was just kidding, buddy. You're not stalking. We're just having fun with you, man.
Is your stream done now?
I just got booted. Like my video card just froze and it just kicked me out. So I loaded it right back up, but that's the second time that's happened, and that's not cool. I don't know what that's about.
All right, we got Kings here in the 2K, and we had a jam under the gun, so that's nice.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, small blind rips too. No way he has aces, right? There's no way. Huge pot here in the 2K. I mean, we have. There's no way he has aces, right? This can't be. We're not getting coolered here.
You can tell yourself that as much as you want.
I'm waiting on the big blind. Maybe the big blind has a hand here too, because he's taking forever. We could be getting cold. Oh shit! Like I don't even have that hand up. Wow, the big blind is ace queen. Oh my god, dude, we are out. We just got cold.
No.
Kings to nines to ace queen to 10 jack. Wow, and we are out of that tournament.
Yikes.
That's insane. All right, and we're gonna be calling here with the pocket fours. I don't think it's a great call, but we're head up. We got 10 bigs. We gotta win a flip here. He hits the jack. It looks like it's all gonna be over here.
Oh no!
We get second place.
Hey.
Cool, $72.
It's the stream of the second placers. That's.
Yeah.
If you guys want to learn how to come in second, you guys watch our streams. You want to.
Yeah, if you're not second, you're last.
If you want to win tournaments, fuck you.
Go to Doug Polk's stream.
Yeah, find someone else. But if you want to come in second consistently, where are you guys?
Stocking stream is great. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. This is the first time we've done this. Like,
yeah, no, this is
duo stream. So
duo stream. You can watch us both bust out of tournaments in second place. Lucky you.
I still have high hopes for this 10K. I mean,
Woo!
there's 119 people left, and it's
The turbo?
What's that?
Is that the turbo? What one?
No, this is like you start with 10K chips, 10-minute levels.
Ah.
We have ace right now.
Well, there you go.
I mean,
It's a good start.
yeah, we got a limp under the gun from the big stack, so we're probably just going to be jamming here. I see no reason not to.
I say that a lot too.
You don't even have 10 bigs. That's the problem with Bovada tournaments. Their late game is so shallow.
Yeah.
So, like, there's times where you'll get down to like 7 or 8 bigs, and like, it's still not that bad.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, it's really weird the way those play out because all the stacks are shallow. So, it's still okay to play tight. I think. I don't know. Could be wrong.
No, I hear you. Are there any other tournaments on Bovada? Like, I haven't been on there in a while now. You know, if you could pick one that actually runs deeper, like you actually have more play at the end, or is it like all kind of like that same bad structure?
I think most of them have that structure. I think the ones that don't, well, I think that most of them have that structure, but some of them have 15-minute levels, which makes it a little bit better. But off the top of my head, I can't think of any like specific one that's like way better than the others.
Because I mean, I remember when I was playing, like I would just do like you do, and just I mean, there's so many, there's such good value that I would just load them all up. Like anything that was a good guarantee for so cheap, I would just blast all of them, so it didn't really matter. But you know, now that I'm like trying to look at the different types and what people want, I mean, like with the example with you doing, like I said, Chris basically was the idea for the 5K on Sundays that Intertops brought back. because they definitely changed that for us specifically. So now I'm trying to look deeper at some like what I like want to ask to bring to the table for Intertops and stuff. Like what do people have? What other sites have? What I don't like, what I like, I don't like, kind of thing.
Yeah.
We need to really focus in on that. So, because I mean, I don't know about you. Like, if you were on earlier and I was complaining about the ACR, like, fuck that place. like that. Not only do those damn jackpot tourneys sit those like basically spin and goes totally suck me in and take my money, but their structures are so bad. It just kills me. I hate that. You can play for 5 hours and play your ass off, and then someone can buy in 5 hours deep and then just run it up real quick.
So that's been a big thing on the ACR forums for a while, and I have to defend them a little bit because I've been playing at ACR since about 2012 when it was still like a fairly small site. Like it was probably, I mean, it was a little bit bigger than Intertops is now, but not much.
Yeah.
And what they did was they changed the structure of their tournaments so they could up the guarantees. Basically.
Sure.
So those 5 hour late regs that they have now was like a really good thing at the time.
Yeah.
They didn't have enough players to have bigger prize pools, and then like if you do this 5 hour late regs, then you can get bigger prize pools. The bigger prize pools attracts more players, and then you just keep growing the site, right? So,
yeah. No, it totally makes sense why they would do it. It's obviously just a business. They're trying to make money, and they did a good job with it for sure.
Yeah. But now, I mean, again, I've talked about this on stream. It's like people want to play Intertops now because it's as far as like the U.S. market goes, it's probably the biggest site now, and it probably has the best software too. However, there's so many European players now on there that it is definitely the hardest U.S. site now. Merge used to be the hardest site. Now it's America's Card Room. So I'm fine with like not playing there. Like I care way more about money than I do.
Yeah, that makes total sense to me too. Like, while I mean, maybe it is like they're better. Like, there's a lot of good players on it. That does make a lot of sense. It's the biggest one. Like, a lot of people want to get in there. Best guarantees. Like, that totally makes sense. I hear what you're saying. And I'm not doing well on there. Like, even when I'm getting it in well, like I'm playing well, doing well. Like, I'm still getting my ass handed to me by worse players. So it's pretty frustrating. So.
Yeah. No,
overall, I'm just
everybody
toast.
has that time where they're just like, man, I suck on like I run so bad on this site and stuff like that. And like you're just gonna have that. Like there's gonna be certain sites that you just run bad on.
Exactly.
It's like, for a while there when I was playing on Merge, like I just felt like I could not win on Merge at all.
Yeah.
And then there was one tournament. It was an OBS tournament, their online like series tournament, and it was my second biggest score I ever had on that site, and before that, like, I almost felt like I was like, this site just has it out for me. And you can't think like that because
exactly.
If you start thinking like that, you're already beat.
I'm such a fish for even thinking it and saying it, but it's just that's exactly what it is. Like I just don't run good on there. Like I every once in a while I bink something deep, and but overall, man, it's like whether it's better players or just bad luck. I'm good. I agree with you. Like I'm all about going and loading up Ignition and being like, okay, like I Bovada I always had done well with in the past, and I love all their guarantees all day, and it is just softer play, definitely softer play. So I mean,
it's the best.
Converted, yeah, for sure.
And I'll say this too, and I'm not even just saying this because you're on the line. I'm saying I've played a lot on Intertops too, and Intertops is the second softest U.S. site.
No, for sure.
Bovada, and the prize pools aren't there, but
at
the same time, the variance isn't there either because there's such a small player pool. Yeah,
well, we can't all win the 5K every other week, though, man.
All right, we got a hand here. We got two clubs here. We got top pair. We bet out and we got jammed on. We're calling. Let's get there. I feel like we might be behind here, but let's get there one time. We're ahead. We got to fade the 10 in the jet. Wow, he hits a 10 on the turn. But we hit the club on the river. Let's go.
Nailed it.
Boom.
Ship the
That was
sherbet.
for the stream.
Ship that sherbet.
I thought they were like getting me back for slow rolling there.
That would have been karma. See?
We got the 2 Fit to Fold link in chat. Make sure you guys follow 2 Foot to Fold, man. He'll be streaming. Are you streaming all week?
I'll be streaming all week. I might take Saturday off. That'll be the only day I take off. So.
Is there any special pre-rolls or anything going on Intertops this week?
Not yet. I mean, we have like 2 daily free rolls or just the normal stuff. But we're trying to set it up so if anyone else is interested in, let me know, because I want to set up something where we can do something special for the bounty tournaments to take me out. So we'll probably do our 6 o'clock daily. The regular bounty, it's only a $7 buy-in. We're small potatoes. It's $7, and half of it goes to the bounty, half of it goes to the prize pool. So I'm thinking about doing something like by making my bounty like whatever the total is or something, like do something ridiculous where it's like just to bring more traffic in. Say there's like a $20 bounty on me and a $7 buy-in tournament or something. I think that would be a lot of fun. So yeah, that's hopefully what we're going with for like next week. But this week it's just standard stuff, satellites for the Sunday Saturday. You know, get in on that St. Martin trip, guys. You know. You can rub it in Chris's face when we go back to St. Martin and play the World Series of Poker Circuit. Come back with a ring, put it up on the stream.
Oh, the memories.
Oh yeah, the memories of me pooping. My.
Oh, I got sick the last day.
Yeah, you held off. I got hammered. So yeah, St. Martin. Everybody gets the norovirus. So we go. And my poor girlfriend gets it the day of the main. So I'm lucky enough that I leave the next day and we the day after, and we go, and it's like she holds out the whole day. So we got like the first 3 days to have a great time, and then she basically just pooped her brains out for the next 2 days after that. Missed out on zip lining, and then
That's hot.
yeah.
Really hot.
So hot, like
So hot.
I'm glad she's not in the stream anymore. I'm telling this story. She's already going to bed, thankfully. But yeah, she's not having a good time. Missed out ziplining, and then I'm like, you'll be fine. Like just walk it off, like whatever.
Walk it off. Just walk it off.
And I'm like, yeah, it's not a big deal. Like you'll be okay. She can function, and so karma got me, and the virus hits me on day 2. We all bagged up for day 2, and then I get to go back to day 2, basically trying not to shit my pants the whole day, playing for 20K or whatever top was. But yeah, that was a fun trip, guys. So
That was a fun trip. St. Martin's a cool place. I mean, it's.
it was awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome. That was just an unfortunate timing. Like that definitely stole the thunder of that whole trip a bit. But other than that, you know, we still had a great time. You know, we still got to play a lot of good poker. How soft was that place, man?
Shout out to Akash who went back to back.
Back to back, dude.
St. Martin titles. So
That's so sick.
yeah, he won a satellite on Intertops Poker back in like last November. So he went down there, he won the tournament for like 30K or 40K, something like that. He comes back in May when we were all there. Was that April or May? Something like that, right?
Yeah, I think it was
it
April.
May?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Around
all
there.
go down there, and Kosh goes down, and he didn't win a satellite this time, but he just came down because he wanted to defend his title, and he freaking wins it again for like another 20K.
So disturbed. Like, what are the fucking odds? Like, how does I give him credit. He's obviously a good player. He's solid, but
He's a really good player.
But it's not like he does anything amazing, you know. It's not like it was just how do you run that good? Like it just really is just an insane feat. Like congrats to him, man. I'm blown away. Like if you think about what the odds are to go back to back in the same tournament,
Yeah.
That's so silly, man.
Yeah.
The field was insanely soft. I was very,
Oh my God.
unfortunately, I'm disappointed in myself and all of us really because, the play was just so bad.
Well, Culp got fourth.
Yeah,
So
Culp killed it. Cash won it. So we definitely,
we got pocket nines here, guys. We got a rip in here. We're obviously re-ripping. Let's win this.
uh-oh.
Let's win this. We got 144K right now. If we win this pot, we'll have 236K. And we'll be cruising. We're 28 of 86 right now. There's 2K up top in this tournament, so we're just drinking and doing this. No
This
big
is
deal.
just drinking and shipping, drinking and shipping.
And I know people say that all the time, like, oh, we're up against King Queen.
No,
It's a king on the flop.
9 ball. 9 ball.
9. No, we don't get it.
Why?
We're down to 70K. I know people say that all the time. They're like, oh, it's so soft, like so soft. But I'm not even exaggerating. The St. Martin tournament.
It's a joke.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was. I can't think off the top of my head of a softer tournament that I played last. Well, unless we're counting like the stupid shit we played at the World Series this year.
Yeah. Well, it was probably on a comparable level. It was just. It was just ridiculous play after ridiculous play. It's no exaggeration. Like, I could not be more upset with losing and not doing, at least doing better. So it was nice that Coop and Akash took it down. But we literally we got there, we started playing, guys, and it was like one of us is winning this.
Really did feel like that.
We did. We even talked about. We're like, no, I'm sure we'd probably say that for every tournament, but this is legit. It was like, you guys seeing what's happening? Like, there's no way one of us doesn't win this thing. It was that bad. So, I guess that doesn't make us sound very good, but.
and I don't think you were down there for it, but if at the final table, like if Akash didn't win it, Culp was probably going to win it because Culp actually lost a really big flip to Akash.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. I want to say it was like Akash shoved the button with pocket fours or something like that, and I think Culp called with like ace queen or something. And if he wins that flip, then
it's his. Yeah.
Is out.
Yeah. That's all it comes out. That's it, man. It's the sick part of the game, man. It's one hand decided the fate, but. I played with Akash for a little bit. He's solid for sure, but I think
Akash?
Yeah, I think Coop is actually better. Like playing with Coop that whole time, I got to see it, how he was adjusting to those other players. Like he definitely, I think he played a better tournament. Like I didn't really see. Akash also fired a second bullet at it too. So
yeah, but he didn't bust his first bullet.
Yeah, he just went for the bigger stack, which is weird.
Yeah.
But that's also because I'm pretty sure he didn't pay for it. But no, I'm just trash talking. No, I'm just being negative. No, I'm happy for him. I really just think Cope was the better player there. Like if Cope wins that flip, like it was definitely his tournament. No doubt about it. And even like the last hand was such a complete cooler heads up.
I didn't even see it. What was it?
Akash had aces, and the other guy had ace king suited or something. Like it was.
Oh god.
Yeah, and it was like really how are you gonna run that good? Like that's dirty heads up. Like ace king versus aces live. That's sick. So he ran good. He plays well for sure. Ran good. But
he just won 13K on Sunday.
He's a beast, man. He's a beast. Did you see his bust hand? It was
what happened on Sunday?
It was pretty unfortunate too. Like it was just a bad spot. He jammed ace king. Ace six into pocket tens in the small blind. And
I thought he had ace rag on the button.
Yeah, no, it was ace six offsuit on the button. He jammed. I think it was like only like a 9 big jam though. Or
yeah, it was pretty standard.
Yeah, totally standard. So. But that's what it is. Same thing with those fours versus Cope. Like, you got to win those spots, guys. Like, it's standard. It just sucks when you don't, but it's the right play for sure.
Yeah. We're on break in this 10K now.
You didn't win that thing yet?
What's that? I didn't win it. No, I didn't win it. I actually just lost that big flip. So
Oh, your
I'm only,
your pocket nine's hand is playing right now.
yeah, I'm 61 of 72 now. So
Oh boy, you know what that means.
oh, then I'm gonna be out soon.
Time to gamble it up.
It's
Time to
got
run like
shot
Fedor.
time.
It's got shot time. You should make that as like a one of those like little clips, voice clips. So every time
Oh
you
yeah.
actually have it come up, you can play that. That'd be hilarious.
Anytime someone follows, it's like, you know what time it is.
It-
It's got
yeah,
shot time.
that'd be hilarious. That would be a good one.
Oh man, we've talked about everything tonight, man. What else is there to talk about?
What's going on with you? You
I already told you what's going on with me. Nothing.
what's this you talked about? What are you doing? Something with VR? Is the last text I think I got from you.
Okay, yeah. So I've been really getting into virtual reality. I got my first pair of, well, VR headset, like, about a month ago. And for a while I was, like, real, not, like, against VR, but I was just, like, kind of weary of, like, what it was and stuff. And, I'm in the tech world, so I figured it was time for me to, like, get a headset, get into it. So I got into it, and I went to a conference. It wasn't all VR, but there was a VR speaker there,
Yeah.
and it really got me motivated into like thinking about doing some 360 video basically for VR.
Okay.
So now I'm going to a conference. My work's actually sending me to a VR conference in October called Weird Reality. It's like a 4-day event at Carnegie Mellon University, so I'm pretty excited about that.
That's cool.
I don't know what I'm gonna do yet with VR, but I just think that like if you haven't experienced it yet, definitely try it because it is another world, legitimately. It's interesting. I think it's the future. I think people are gonna be watching sporting events in VR. I think people will be watching movies in VR. I think it's gonna be people are gonna be obviously playing video games in VR. But I also see it as like a cool learning tool.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I had, I still have ADD, but like, I know there's a lot of people out there who said like, oh, my ADD kicked in. Well, I legitimately had it. Like, I was diagnosed with it, and it was always hard for me to pay attention in class, like watching some professor like write something in chalk on the board and stuff. Like, I just would not be able to like grasp anything that was going on. But I think like with VR, I think there's like an opportunity for a professor to be like, okay, like we're gonna learn about history here, and I'm gonna teach you this thing for 10 minutes, and now everybody put on your headset, and now we're gonna go there, and now you can actually like experience what happened, you know, and it almost like people that have ADD, this is like really good for them because like they obviously like their attention span's like not, I don't know how to say it. It's not adequate compared to like normal people, so they
Yeah.
need to be like switching things up. So I think like as like a learning tool, it's going to be really good. So,
That's cool. No, I mean it sounds like it's super interesting. I mean, and it's basically everywhere right now. Something I hear every day about that shit. So, I mean, it's just gonna be like every like sci-fi movie we've ever seen. Like it's gonna happen. Like that shit's all gonna come reality.
oh yeah,
Get in it now while it's getting big, man.
yeah. And for those who don't know, I'm already like I do like web development stuff, so I already have like sort of like a design/programming background. So it kind of goes along with what I do already. But again, I don't know where it's gonna go. Like, it might end up just being something that's like not a career. Maybe I'm just like super interested in it, and like I just get into like I don't know. I really want to get into like the filming aspect of it though. Like, if we go out to the World Series this year, I want to shoot like a ton of 360 video
Yeah.
because I think it's like I don't think anybody's really doing that yet, and I think it could be interesting if people like could walk into the Rio without actually being there. I think
Yeah.
that would be really cool for people who like maybe they don't have the money to go to the World Series of Poker, like, but they want to like experience it one time. Like, it's much different to experience that in virtual reality than it is like watching it on like ESPN. Like,
Yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
How crazy is it though, walking into the Rio and seeing all those tables?
yeah, it's sick, man. It's definitely something. If you haven't done it, like you're just never gonna know the experience. Like it melts your brain the first time you saw it. Like I was blown away. Like it didn't even register for a while. Like I was even there. It's definitely surreal. So if you can bring that to somebody without having to do that, like fly out there and be subjected to all that madness, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
This folded trips. Your story had me pulled in so much that I inadvertently folded trips. Oops.
Well,
Oops.
here's the other thing I'll say. If anybody's interested in VR, you can legitimately like try VR out without a huge like money investment. You can buy a headset for fairly cheap on Amazon for like 20-25 bucks, and then you stick your cell phone into the headset, and you're obviously not going to get like the experience that you would with like the Oculus, and Oculus is like the number one VR headset you can get right now, but at least that's what I've used right now, and at least gives you like an idea of what it is. And you can watch stuff from like you can go into space, you can like hang out with lions and monkeys, you can like go snowboarding down mountains. Like it is crazy. Like I can't, if you haven't tried it, like I just like want you to try it, because like it is, you'll see what it's really about. You can go to like sporting events and stuff and be on the field. Like it's a neat experience.
It's awesome. Yeah, I've seen those ones where you can put like your phone into it. I've almost like freaked out by it.
Yeah,
It's
like you should definitely try it. Like that's what I have. Like it's just like a cheap headset, but like it's neat. Like it shows you what it actually is, and then you're like, wow, I see like what all the hype is about. Because like if I'm able to do this with a $30 headset, then I imagine like the $700 headsets are like absurd.
Yeah, you're gonna freak out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So we are 61 of 68 in this 10K. I mean, we need a double, obviously.
Boo.
We have 5 bigs. Like,
You're on your pocket sevens hand right now.
oh, that is that the 10K? No, that's not the 10K. That's the 3K, I think.
Yeah. What happens here? What do you got a guy slow rolling you or something? Oh, he folds. Okay.
I don't remember. I was. Are you still playing right now?
I'm playing cash. I'm playing everything cash. That's the only bad part is like the tournaments dry up at the end of the night. And I don't know if it's a bad thing or not, but there's no more big action for it. Like there's a $1.25. It's all really small stuff. So that's why I was kind of working the Twitch schedule around those two 1Ks that start 7:30. There's two $500 guarantees for $5-10, whatever. The $400 guarantees for $10. Like, just trying to work around the two 1Ks just because they're the biggest ones of the day. But it would be nice if we could convince them to
I think it's
beef
time
something
for,
up.
Yeah, I think it's time for like experimenting with some other
Yeah.
tournaments, right? Like it. If nothing else, just testing it out every day. Like, hey, does this one work? No, this didn't work. Well, that didn't work. Let's try this.
Yeah.
Does it have to be a smaller buy-in? Does it have to be a little bit higher of a guarantee? Do we need a bigger buy-in? I feel like there has to be room for like a $50 nightly tournament, right? Like,
well, the thing is, like, and if you look at the actual schedule. I didn't really pay attention to it before, obviously, but there's like a 30, there's a $50 one, like, maybe not 50, maybe it's a 30. No, there is a 50, but it runs late. Like they run them, but there's no guarantees, so they don't stand out, and no one joins them.
Yeah.
And because why would they? Like if I want to do $50, for a one table satellite, one table sit and go rather. That's pretty much all that's going to amount to at best. But there's no guarantee, so it doesn't stand out. And they're there. It's just how do we get people into them? Like what do we do to draw attention to that? And there's a couple different ways I think we can go about it. I agree with you, man. They need to experiment with it. They need to see what works and what doesn't, and I think since you and I have been involved with them, things are working. Things that we've talked about are working, and now that we're getting some more traffic to the site for sure. We're beating the daily guarantees for anything that is a guarantee. We're definitely crushing now, regularly. So they're seeing it work. So hopefully they listen to us some more. And we can progress with it. We can just keep moving forward, doing better things that we want to do that other players want to play. So I'm excited about it, but at the same time, it's definitely a slow, sometimes frustrating process.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's not going to happen overnight.
No.
Everybody's well aware of that. I don't know if I'm supposed to ship this Ace Jack here.
Uh-oh.
15 bigs, turbo, but if there's a raise under the gun.
Ugh, I hate under the gun raising.
I know. If it's a ship, it's not a ship by much. Like, I feel like I'm getting called here like 80% of the time. And he's got King Queen. He called me with King Queen. It's a queen on the flop.
Ugh.
And yeah, we lose.
Yeah, it's a good ship though, at least. Right play.
Yeah, he snap called with King Queen.
Obviously, because why would I not snap call with King Queen?
King Queen's the new aces.
We got that nuts. Crazy talk.
Oh, I haven't got a chance to ask you about other things that are going on with you. Have you seen?
Ooh.
This is off topic from poker. Have you seen the show Stranger Things yet?
I've not only have I seen it, I binge watched that fucker in 2 days because I was so pulled in.
I did the same thing.
Oh, it's so good.
It's a good show, right?
Yeah, I was totally pulled in. I didn't even wait. We were trying to find something new. My girlfriend actually recommended it. She said someone had told her about it, and they were so obsessed with it kind of thing. And I was like, okay. I look up the trailer, and it's sci-fi-ish, and I'm like, this doesn't seem like it's your kind of show. It looks like it's my kind of show.
Yeah.
And we start watching it, and she got halfway through the first episode, and she fell asleep, and I ended up watching the next 4 before I finally passed out. And then the next day went right back into it and finished the season. It's good stuff, man. There's supposed to be a season 2.
Yeah, they signed on for a season 2. So.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it though. Is the thing. I'm curious about what.
Well, there's a lot of loose ends, right?
Yeah, I get. I mean, obviously the end of it, they kind of leave it completely hanging.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was thinking what are you really gonna what's? I feel like it's gonna ruin it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those. It's a series that was it. They should have left it alone. It was. But I say that, but I'm definitely gonna be glued to the first episode.
For those who don't know, this is who haven't heard. I don't know how you wouldn't have heard, but
What are you guys living under rocks?
yeah, you must be listening. No, there's a show called Stranger Things, and it's on Netflix. Really great show. It's 8 episodes. If you get a chance to watch it, definitely check it out. It's kind of got an 80s feel to it.
Oh, totally 80s. Yeah.
But it's really cool.
I love that about it, though. I thought that was so awesome.
Yeah. I busted the 10K, by the way, as we were talking.
So. Oh, sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I had 5 bigs. I ripped 10 jack from under the gun. Got called with ace queen held. No big deal. We got 56th place for $29. We're down to one table, which is the $10 5K, and we are currently 9 of 284. This is a turbo, so.
Yikes. Turbo it.
That's fun. Big Boss says, "What's up? Been a while. It has been a while. Good to see you, man. Welcome back to the stream. We're back though. I'm on the line with Tim O'Keefe.
What's up, man?
Poker professional and sponsored pro at Intertops Poker. We've been kind of just chilling, drinking, playing poker all night.
Speaking of that, sounds like about that time I get another one.
Yeah, you gotta catch up, man.
There's no breaks in cash games, apparently. Oh, you can break whenever you want? That's weird.
Definitely killed this bottle, so.
Did you really?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have a full bottle. Don't get me wrong, but I killed what was left of it, and definitely feeling it. I'm gonna really feel it tomorrow when I have to wake up for work.
Ugh. Jobs.
Yeah, yeah. Sick brag. You don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Sounds terrible, man. What? Sounds like it's for suckers.
Sucker, why don't you play? Why don't you play for a living, man? Come on, son.
Dude, I actually, hey, to the guys out there, he's making me sound cooler than I am. But yeah, I've been thinking about going back to doing part-time work because, dude, honestly, like poker's great. I love it, and I'm very fortunate to have this opportunity. But we are a bunch of antisocial weirdos. In case you haven't noticed, like this is like the most that we interact, especially on the live grind. Like if it wasn't for this, I probably would have no social atmosphere like during the day. Like Twitch is good to actually get me more social skills, so maybe I won't go back to work. But grinding out live, like staring at some old smelly dude for 12 hours a day every day, and then just not speaking basically because it's live. Like you're trying to be, not give off tells. You're not trying to open up to people and talk live. So I've thought about going back for one, just to like have a nice cushion in your role, because it goes bad for everybody at any time, no matter who you are, unless you've banked some $1 million score, and even then, there's plenty of big name pros that people look up to that are actually in the red. I guarantee you. So I've actually thought for both those reasons, mostly for the social thing, like. Just to be like, listen, I need to get back to reality, because the poker world is definitely askew. We are a bunch of weirdos, in a good way, but not in the most productive social way.
So do you think this is like likely to happen? Like you're definitely going back to work, or is it just like?
I've given myself to the end of the year, man. I've thought about it enough times, especially after Vegas. Like from the financial aspects of the game, it's always really nice to have steady income, no matter what it may be. So it's not like, this would be different if and I'm not, again, this isn't a brag, but just say like I had a really good job before this. Like poker is, I'm trying to live the dream, like literally. But it's not like I didn't have a good job or something. I don't have something to make good money at. So, like, it's the same thing with you. Like, do you want to quit your job and be full time and give up the steady paycheck? Yeah. Not because you're not good at poker, because it doesn't matter if you're good at poker. It matters if you're winning. It matters how good you're running. So, especially after Vegas, and it did bank enough of my role for me to affect me mentally. So that's not anything you ever want to have on your mind while you're playing.
Sure.
So if you have a way to make money that is a guarantee, I would say go for it. Like I'm not going to say don't quit your day job if you're crushing poker, but definitely use whatever kind of other forms of income you can, because it's a shit show. It's a shit show out here. Tournament poker is a mindfuck, and you will blast through a lot of money if you're not careful. And there's just no guarantee of anybody ever winning. This is just me trying to justify my going back to work. You guys all know this. You know all this information already.
This is coming from somebody who knows. This is coming from someone who plays poker tournaments for a living.
This is it. Yeah, this is the God's honest truth. This is as real as it gets for you guys right now. Like,
there's a lot of people who won't admit to this. So
oh, for sure.
They're like coming out and saying this is like huge. A lot of people are just too scared to like admit that like poker's just really hard to make a living from. It's ridiculously difficult.
It is for sure, and it's especially after doing Vegas and meeting so many actual pros, meeting people that that have done this for years, before this is their life for their whole lives, and it definitely it's kind of like a slap in the face, because people work so hard at it, and we look up to these guys, and then you realize like a lot of these guys are just celebrities, so you see a lot of these poker gods that we look up to, and then you realize they owe somebody like $2 million. Like it's an exaggeration, but it probably isn't. Like there's definitely someone out there that does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane the amount of swings, the amount of backers they have. There's a whole nother like seedy world, unfortunately, to poker. That it won't be surprising to anybody, I think, when they see it. But at the same time, you can't ignore it. It's definitely there, and if you're having a tough run at poker, don't worry. Everyone's there. No one is, except for Fedor, has this game fucking figured out where they can win every time.
Fedor and the Fedor bots.
Fedor bot, like those. He's the only one. I mean, every other big name pro will tell you that he's running amazing. No, that it's not as easy as we think.
This is really tough for me because it's so weird because like whenever someone's running really good, they're gonna talk about like, oh yeah, this is like great, like this is easy, like this is gonna be my career. And whenever they're running bad and going through a downswing, they're gonna start talking like the way you're talking, I feel like.
Right.
And the problem with that is that like the downswing's inevitable. Like it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen to everybody. It's gonna happen to Fedor at some point.
Oh yeah. And imagine that downswing. Whoo.
Yeah, and you just have to be prepared for it. And like when it happens to Fedor, like he has to be able to like have the balls to like move down.
Yeah.
At some point. And like that's gonna be really hard after playing high rollers, right? Like
Well,
that's gonna be like,
well, that's more to the point about the pros that we all look up to and admire. They never, you get to that level, and then how do you step down from that level? What a mind fuck that has to be to once you hit it to be like, oh, now I'm the fucking best in the world. But you think you're the best poker player ever. You made $2 million, $4 million, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I just lost 20 high rollers in a row. Which is completely feasible, like to not even cash. Like better players than Fedor probably have lost, many more bigger tournaments in a row, and that's just poker. Like, those people are amazing poker players, and but that's just it. So when that is a great point about him, and if once his luck runs out, once his variance does shift, will he be smart enough to come down in stakes or just quit? Really, I mean, you have.
That's the thing. Like this might never happen to him. Like he might be an outlier where like he just doesn't have to deal with this. But I think most people do, and
most people do. I mean, it's. I mean, we're talking about one guy that is completely a poker abnormality, like. Yeah, I mean, even any other big, huge poker star will tell you. I mean, Doug Polk said it today on his stream before I started doing mine. I was watching him, and he was like, "There's never been a run as hot as Fedor has been on in the history of poker. Like it's just unheard of."
Yeah.
So he's going to be actually, on the point of this whole story for being like. He's going to be a really, really bad influence on a lot of new poker players.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're going to just be like, wow, this dude just fucking... Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's great for the game. Good for us, bad for them. But, yeah, that definitely...
So, just taking the other side of this.
Yeah.
You can go down to Aruba here, and you could, win this tournament for 6 figures. And then everything you're saying right now is just going to change.
I probably would rethink it, but I don't know if it would change. Like I said, I've given myself to the end of the year, but it's just, I mean, it's just like the same thing for you, man. I mean, you have a good job with steady income.
Yeah.
I'm very, very fortunate that down here. There's just no shortage for need for my job, so I can work basically whenever I want. Like if I wanted to go back to my actual job, I could pick and choose like when I felt like working, kind of thing. Like I said, very very fortunate. But that's Texas for you too. Like that's one of the reasons I'm here. You know, is that the job market here is so awesome, and yeah, I have the opportunity to kind of work what I want to work. So I think at even if I did go bink something, unless it was for, I mean, the PPC is 500K guarantee. So I mean that's like what, like 200K up top.
Yeah, it'll probably be a little bit less than 200K, but it's still like life changing.
Yeah, it's definitely life.
8K or something like that is.
Yeah, that might be a little different. I mean, if I ship it, we might have to rethink that. And that definitely is a game changer. But other than shipping it, I mean, I think it's just a smart idea for anybody. I mean, my recommendation, I should start doing it just to have steady income, just to have always having my role being balanced, basically, because you just don't want to be like I was at Vegas, where I lost enough of my role where it affected my play.
Yeah.
So if you have an outlet that keeps you at your A game, well, it doesn't seem like that's something you would think of at first, but not having to ever worry about money is definitely plays a huge role in how you play and in the long-term effects on your game. So, yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, yeah, do I want to go back to work? No, obviously not. Like, who wants to go to fucking work? That sounds terrible. But
I think having a balance between poker and like one other thing is really nice.
Yeah.
You know, I wish that I wish my one other thing wasn't working for a company. I wish it was working for myself, whether it be like selling a product or like selling a service. But I don't have that in me right now to do that.
Yeah.
So I have to work for someone else. It kind of sucks. It's kind of great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, we're fortunate enough to have a good job and stuff. You know, it's things like once I've been away from that for as long as I have now, to, you know, things you take for granted, kind of like you know, any job is going to burn you out, you know, no matter what.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, we're fortunate enough to have good jobs and be able to have the opportunity to do what we do. So it's definitely a weird balance. It's you're totally on point with it. Where if you had something else of your own where you're making money off of, I would say definitely just do that. Like anything that you're making money off of and doesn't feel like a job, yeah, more power to you. Like definitely go for that. But even since I've been out of my work, you know, my actual profession, the poker has become work. You know, poker is my job, and unfortunately it does take a little bit of the joy of playing when you just have to grind every day and you are depending on a big score or win to you know pay your bills and stuff. It definitely is an eye opener, and it's a different animal, and there's no way really to you know judge it. There's no way to really, you know, describe it. You have to do it and see how you handle it and go from there. But you know, just to, you know, listen to other people that have done it. You know, not even me. Listen to the other guys in poker you respect and stuff like that give you to you honest, because there is no magic formula. Run like Fedor is a fluke. You're never just going to be owning it. You know, you'll get better and better and better, but lots and lots of things have to go right to be amazing and big $1 million tournaments. So just keep grinding at your game, keep your day job, have a steady paycheck, enjoy your life.
Yeah.
You know, when you win trips to St. Martin, have fun. You know?
I mean, having said all that, you had a pretty amazing year. Right?
No, yeah, I mean, I don't regret it at all, you know, but it's...
Let's just recap what you did this year, because there's going to be a lot of people that are like, wow, like, it's easy for him to say, like, he did all this cool shit. Like, you went to Austria twice.
Yeah, we were fortunate to start the year off with Austria.
You went to play poker. These are all poker trips. You went to St. Martin to play poker. You went to Vegas, all of World Series for
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah, that one right there alone is probably gonna get me. No one's gonna listen to me on that one. I would. Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
was
spent. I was in Vegas for the whole series. Like that's like a poker player dream right there.
sure, and that's why I just think it's like I don't know. Sometimes when I look at poker, I'm like, well, do you want to be like a 50-year-old guy that's still grinding it out in a casino or something like that? It's like,
Right.
hell no.
Yeah.
Like, my life will be a failure if that's the case. But,
I don't know. It doesn't. It's not the worst life, but while after being in Vegas for all that time, especially and just playing as much live poker as I have this past year, I will agree with that statement. It's not the worst thing, but yeah, it's not something I want to be. I don't want that to be my life when I'm 60, because there's plenty of dudes there doing that exact thing, and it's very depressing.
yeah. All right. Well, I just busted this tournament, so.
What the tits?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This was a fun stream, man.
It was fun. It was a good time, man. I'm glad you came out tonight, and you made a little profit for the day, right? You're still at least up for the day. Right?
Yeah. I mean, not much, but it was definitely profitable.
It works.
So I'm fine with that. I guess I'm gonna end it here.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do I need to do before I end my stream here? I guess I should find somebody to host. Not streaming, right?
What's that?
You're not streaming right now?
Oh, I'm still up, but I'm gonna bounce out when you do too. I've been out of every tournament on Intertops for about an hour or so.
Oh, you are streaming though? Because
Yeah.
you just came down off my TV. All right,
It's all right.
I'll host you right before I leave. How about that?
All right, we'll play a little cash for a little bit.
Play for a little bit. Play for the people. Hopefully they stick around.
Hang out, watch me lose some money at cash.
Yeah. Everybody give Tim the follow. Ask him some hard questions. Ask him about being a poker professional, because he's got some good information about it, and he's doing it right now. So
I'll give you some. They got the good stories and the bad stories. Which ones do you want?
all of the above.
All of the above. All right, you're gonna get them then.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll do this again this week.
Sounds good, man. Go rest up.
I was supposed to have jury duty tomorrow, so like I'm free rolling.
Sweet.
No jury duty.
What a deal.
Yeah. So I get to go to work. Sweet.
That's hilarious.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck tonight, and I'll probably see you online tomorrow, and we'll figure something out.
Awesome, man. Thanks, brother. It was a lot of fun.
All right. I'll see you later.
Take care.
Bye.
All right, guys. Chris P announced all night. That was super fun. Get to do that again. That was awesome. Get a setup like that pitcher-in-pitcher type situation. I'll just sit there on his stream next time. I'll just sit there, a little picture of my face, just narrating his tournaments. Just completely demolishing his play, that kind of thing. Just tear him up. We could all just analyze his play for a while. Give him shit. Tell him to shave his neck beard and stuff like that. I don't know if anyone's going to beat that 201 guy. His trolling was epic for that stream. Should have given him more attention. Maybe it would have stuck around longer. I think he gave me the follow though. Yeah, so I'm sure he followed Chris too. If he came over to my stream and followed me, so I'm sure we'll see him again. We'll look forward to that. I don't know if anyone was actually watching this while I was playing, but I got pretty insanely lucky. I mean, there was other ways I could have boated up easily, but I actually got it in with top set. I had flop set of aces, and this guy Dev34 here flopped a straight. Obviously, even in PLO, and I flopped a set of aces. I'm probably not folding that bad boy, and we got it in, and I banked the river for quad aces. So it would have been he could at least just given me the full house, but I got Intertops was very generous and just said, hey, no, why don't you just have quad aces? Just rub it in his face. We were drawing open-ended. We missed, obviously. He has 49 cents. Good game, you. I got 2 other games running. I got a lot of cash games running right now. I actually need to do more of this on the stream. Yeah, I don't grind enough of the cash to win back my day from all these tournaments. Like we were just talking about, you play this many tournaments and not win, which is totally feasible. Your bankroll can be hurting in a hurry, so you need to have, cash game or a job or something funding your play. Keep that bankroll steady until you bank. I'm sure we'll talk about that more in the future. Maybe I should have said more something like that, like balancing cash gains and stuff, but overall just less stress, man. It's just less stress. Go keep your job, play poker part-time. Unless you just totally hate your job. If you really hate your job, then maybe you just need a new job. There's plenty of people I know that just hate their jobs, and it's like playing poker, while it'd be amazing to do full-time, it's not the easiest thing. It's not like, I'm going to quit and be a professional poker player and my life's problems are solved. It just doesn't work that way. It's definitely a struggle. The struggle is real, but if you're smart, you can definitely balance it out. I hope you bank a huge one and then do amazing bankroll management, because that's where it's at. Even if you got $1 million and you're playing tournaments for a living, playing poker for a living, period, cash tournaments, even if you're loaded, just maxed out, you could still lose it. So bankroll management is definitely key, even if you're just a straight baller. It is no joke. Well, you don't have enough to not get it all in, even though I have a 7 high flush. And you have a jack high. It's cool. Good for you. I hate short stacks. Short stacks. Duty munch. What are you calling with? Nothing's better than being 3-bet squeezing with ace king in the small blind and getting squeezed. I'm giving the squeeze and then getting flat called. And then check. Not really sure what's happening. I'm not donating any more money. Just, he only has pot size bet. Just that. I'm going to assume he just has the same hand I do. Let's bring that over real quick. Pocket fives. Okay. So clearly duty munch is terrible. That went open, call, squeeze from me, and then he flat called me with pocket fives. That's pretty gross. Good for you, man. You nailed it. Oh, he says accidental call. Yeah, I bet. Good story, bro. Good story. Well, let's my mom is rocking out there. What's happening? Do. Anywho, let's put some music up now that Chris is out. Oh, what's happening over here? Pocket nines, we're obviously raising that up. Fold all the rest of this nonsense. play for a few more minutes here and call it a night. We got garbage over here, garbage over there. So that looks really good for us, huh? That wasn't good. Really wasn't expecting a call there. Okay, win. I don't know why he doesn't bet the flop. You have a 10, you just don't believe me? There's a 10, doesn't believe me. It's a weak jack. Win poker gets the best of me a lot, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty solid. Likes to 3-bet me a lot. It's pretty annoying. Hate him on my left. Wow. Hey, this cash nonsense. I just got check raised. Yeah, I think I fold, huh? Jack eye flush draw. Ugh. It's kind of a gross spot. Clearly our queen's good. Obviously we're not making any money, it's dollars. Well, maybe he just doesn't believe me. Gonna call me up like a 7 or the jack. It's called confuse this guy. Now he pots it. Just pots it. Okay. Okay. I don't know what to make of that bet. Pot leads into me after I call him. Good hand, you. Probably just still really mad at me for the quad ace is a hand, but. Oh, okay. We're gonna get quads again? This is gonna be dangerous, huh, guys? Boo. Nines with an open-ended. Ugh, what an awful turn. What if they're on a flush draw? They're gonna bet it, right? I think we just go into check call mode there. And you don't bet a 10. You don't bet flush draw. Ugh. Ugh. It's kind of a gnarly card just because it probably hits that range a lot. Yeah. That gross spot. Ooh. I probably needed that up. I could have called that just curiosity call. Can't imagine he doesn't have the queen there though. Like check, check, check. I mean, he could just have a monster, but he could have air. All right. Oh, okay. Wait. We're not being friendly here? What's what you get for not being friendly? Just flop 2 pair. Oh, min raise. How's that for friendly? Oh, he comes back at me. Alright, he's too short. We'll probably beat here, but good luck, us. King Queen. He just flops the joint. Okay, put a jack or an ace out there. No luck. Just flops the straight with 20 bucks behind. So that's fun. If he has more, I'm folding. Speak of the devil, Yammer comes out of the woodwork. My boss is messaging me. We just flop the joint over there. Bet it. Just bet it. Boo. You don't want to call and chase that flush? Lancer's like the nittiest nit. I don't know why his stats aren't coming. There we go. Lancer's just the nittiest nit ever. Nittiest nit. That's a term, right? The nittiest of nits. Fiddly-dee. Yeah, no, he's a super nit. Straight flush draw. Bottom pair, straight flush draw. King gutter ball too. Just gonna keep blasting off with this one. So we hit the straight. Jack 10, Jack King gets there, right? We're still gonna go at it. We hit it. He calls. We hit our flush. And we're just gonna have to value for it again. Play Jack High flush is good, even though that makes a lot of sense that he was just chasing. Ugh, of course he was. Of course he was. This guy's just gonna get the best of us every time before I go to bed. Is that what's happening? Ugh. Yeah, I put a spade out there. He's just never bluffing here. It's so gross. Like there's so much out there that beats him. Alright, well that guy's just gonna kick our ass. For the stream. We'll get him eventually. We'll take some notes on him. We'll find him eventually. Clearly he just call. He just keeps getting lucky on me with having no money behind, but now he does. Middle set. Oh, I guess we gotta go with it here because we don't want these guys calling to a flush. So we gotta pop this one and hope that middle set is good. I hope that middle set is good. Oh boy. Wait. Alright, well, this ought to be interesting. You can't both have pocket aces. You don't. Kings, you draw, fade. That for the stream. Middle set. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. There's ballsy calls. A lot of ballsy calls. Got him. All right. What is going on? Oh, all right. Well, heads up. PLO is pretty much a shit show. We flopped 3 pair, but no diamond. So let's just bet and see what happens. This is my philosophy. Just bet and see what happens. Ugh. Okay. Well, what else did you really call with there? We're probably still good, right? If he bets, I'm going to check call. If he bets. I mean, queen, king got there. The flush was already there. Yeah, just a little tiny, little shitty flush. See, this is why heads up PLO is kind of a fucking shit show. You just can't fold anything. You just can't really fold anything. Maybe that's just what I tell myself. Also, it's not as much fun. So, on that note, my 5 good? Yikes. Yikes. Oh, all diamonds, is it? We'll just give you all diamonds. Heads up. Good luck with that. It'd be awesome if it was all diamond flop. Now we can just fold. Open under the gun and get 3-bet and 4-bet, min 4-bet. Okay, guys. Everybody's a hero on Intertops cash games at 1 a.m. That's a pretty good starter. It's not the best flop, huh? But what can we do? We just gotta keep going at it. These headphones are way more comfortable than those big giant ones I was wearing. Got him. Bring it back to freshman year of college right now. Anybody want to go hit the rave? Do we still call? Sure, we're heads up. It's PLO. Anything can happen. Like, I can flop bottom 2. Or I can turn an ace. And just give you a little dingy raise. What is a little dingy raise? What is this? What is this raise? Is this PLO? Is this pot limit on one? I just did this to you? Oh, I was too sneaky. I out-sneaked myself. What do you have on that board, man, that you can call any raise to? Silly. Alright, we're going to call you on that one too. And we're going to flop just a whole lot of nothing. This looks good for a low hand. Wrong game. Ugh. It's about as big of a whiff as you can get, huh? Swing and a miss. That one's yours, my friend. So exciting music. So exciting. Get you pumped up. Hope you guys are looking to get pumped up. We'll just let it go. Now we have somebody else playing a small blind. We can actually justify a fold. 8-6 suited. You know we're doing it. Drew Peacock. Thanks for the follow, my friend. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We'll be doing a lot of this whole week, next month. Just cruising through. This is just cash right now, obviously. It's late night on Intertops. Nothing really big going on tournament-wise. But we were doing all the tournaments from basically like 6 or 7 at night till about this time. And hopefully doing another thing like that with Chris, getting it together. That was a lot of fun. But I think we are going to call it a night. That's a pot. Time to eat a whole shitload of Chinese food and pass out. Sounds like a good plan to me. Chinese food, sleepy. Even this techno music isn't getting me pumped up enough. So, alright, well, we'll just play this last hand with aces. Especially when he raises. I wish this was suited. We don't have any suits. Sucks. We're just playing a naked aces here. That's not the best flop for us. It's a pretty good turn for us though, huh? Question is, what does he fold? Let's pot it. So, PLO's weird. We only just flopped a set of aces. I turned a set of aces rather, like, so many draws. It's so, like, you just can't bet people off hands usually. I guess I just should have bet a little lower, trying to get him to still come along, but especially live, people just do not fold draws. You just, like, this definitely plays different. Live, I'm just potting. Like, there's no 3/4, 2/3, half pot. There's none. It's like, unless I literally have like the stone nuts, it's pretty much always pot, pot, pot. Like, it's crazy. It plays so much different live. Or maybe it just, we're just all really bad PLO players right here. That is also a very, very viable option. $8 pot, guy jams 30 bucks all in for the $8 pot. Good job, Wenlin. You're the best around. 2 pair? Not 2 pair. Oh, we did flop up. We turned open-ended though, huh? Let's check it back. Hope we hit it. Doesn't look like we did. Curious little check. It's a curious little check, though. I think he's still got me. All right. What are we doing now? Alright. Yeah, we're yawning on stream now. Time to call it a night, guys. 1 a.m. is late enough. We ran pretty good on that one. That's a $50 buy-in, so we tripled up there. We're only up $12 here, but we'll take it. We'll just let you have it. We're calling it a night. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Thanks for everyone coming in. Thanks for the follows, guys. Appreciate it. Check out the schedule. I'll be true to it. We'll be back pretty much every night this week. Hopefully get Chris in there. But I will talk to you soon. Run good, man. Run good.